It's showtime.
BS and Beer Media, in association with STWFTV, the Podcasting Network.
Introducing the best in the world! Yeah!
Welcome in another edition of Best in the World. Hashtag BITW. I am Dale. We got Trell in the building from Sports for You Wrestling. What's going on, man?
Hey, Dale, what's going on, man? Happy Thursday. The weekend is almost here, and so is football. But baseball has just gotten underway today, so happy about that.
Oh, yeah. It's coming back around soon. I'm going to be podcasting every damn day. Exhausting myself. But, yeah, man, we got to get it in. So, but, yeah, man, I think we had a pretty okay week of wrestling. WWE still on their European tour. Crowds are still crazy, going in business for themselves. All the other kind of crazy stuff. But, you know, overall, man, been pretty interesting still. I guess, man, let's just jump right into this thing, man. Let's talk about, once again, we get the three guys in the ring together on SmackDown, and CM Punk brings up the favor. So we got to talk about what is the damn favor, you know?
I mean, right now is the main event of Mania, and it looks like it was made official on Friday night that, or at least over the weekend, it was made official that it's going to be in fact Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk. So he got his wish.
Yeah. That's all. You know, look, we all knew that was coming for sure. We saw the writing on the wall, but you know, do you think they can build up this story any more than they already have with these three, you know, main eventers?
I mean, it's pretty much three stories all in one, because Roman owes favors for both of them as far as receipt goes. CM Punk and Seth Rollins, they're 1-1 right now, so they're still owed a third one. And then, of course, supposedly the next chapter between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. So it's a big cluster, but it's one of those good clusters, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. I agree with that. I think it's a good way to get everybody in. I mean, this is a way to make this like a main event without having a title on the line. I think, you know, just having these big three names in here. So it works. It's working.
Roman Reigns is always the main event wherever he goes. So
yeah, exactly. So I'm pretty sure that this is going to be on first on one of the nights of WrestleMania. So
yep, it'll be night one. That's the one I'm trying to get into.
Okay. Are you actually going to pick? You're not going to pick like the whole weekend package?
No, because I have work Monday morning, so I have to take a Sunday night flight, and the last one's at 10. And depending on where I'm at, I may not make it back to the hotel to get my bags to head to the airport. So I'm gonna have to catch the rest of Mania on my phone. So Saturday, usually part one is usually the good ones. So except last year when both of them were good, but most of the time it's usually part one.
I think both the nights are gonna be good. It sucks that you have to leave because I don't know, man. It's like that's an entire weekend, bro. Like you got to enjoy the whole weekend.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy the whole week. I mean, I'm landing that Thursday morning, so we still got like a whole bunch of other
but
festivities like Wally Mania, the Heels Have Eyes, so meet and greet.
Tuesday, bro. Like that's WrestleMania.
Hey man, hey man, some of us ain't got it like that, man.
You gotta go to the loan department, pay their loans, bro.
Oh, I ain't talking about the money. I'm talking about the time given.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I'll be back Tuesday morning, or maybe Monday. We out Tuesday morning. So yeah.
Yeah, man. That's gonna be a good time anyway, though, man. If you get to any part of it. So, all right, man. Let's get into some news and rumors.
Yep.
First thing I just saw, a few minutes ago, WWE officially announced that Mark Shinnok will be the new ring announcer for SmackDown. It looks like Lillian Garcia is going to go to Saturday Night Main Event only.
Yeah, she was when she first got there. It was people overlooked that it was a temporary fix. I knew it was like a temporary fix until they found a new announcer, because I knew with that they was going to move Alicia Taylor from SmackDown to Raw, which they did. Mike Roman's still going to be on NXT, so Lillian was just filling the void. So it's kind of ironic that they waited until she got to Spain, which is like her country, her country, to make that her last night doing announcing. So I thought that was pretty cool. They have her little, not a send off because she's still in the company, but I thought that was pretty cool that they waited till she was in Spain for them to announce that, she's only going to be the nostalgia announcer when Main Event comes through. But yeah, I already knew it was a temporary. I knew she wasn't back permanent.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's gonna be another person to kind of get used to. I mean, but he is from the boxing world, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, he is a fan of WWE. I still want the people that work there to actually be a fan of.
Oh yeah, exactly. So do I. It makes more sense and is more believable,
And I feel like it's a privilege to work for them. Like that's just the way I feel, like it's a dream job, bro. Like
exactly.
You need to appreciate this stuff.
Exactly. So hopefully it works out for him. Hopefully his cadence and the way he announces sounds pretty good. Because if it sounds boring or bland, the fans are gonna let them have it and let WWE have it. So
absolutely.
That's how they got rid of announcers. So
yep, that's right. We're gonna keep talking about it. So all right. Other news: Saraya no longer with AEW. She's, I guess, just making the rounds or whatever. She does have a book out, if I'm not mistaken. And on some of these speaking tours, she did mention that she's willing to come back to WWE as Paige, but does people know her actual name, everything like that, which is cool. Thoughts on Saraya maybe coming back to WWE?
It's always a never say never with these people, and she never. I mean, I never really saw her as really dragging WWE through the mud, so to speak, because they helped her out a lot during those dark times that she was going through. And like she said on Busted Open Radio, she grew up. Paige raised her. She grew up in WWE, so she went to AEW in hopes of bringing her brother in. Succeeded. Wanted to get the talent over there over. She didn't want to be champion. She wasn't trying to be champion, so I get it. So, but her coming back, I wouldn't rule it out. She has like a whole lot going on. Like you mentioned, she got her book coming out. She also has a podcast out. I think it started today or yesterday. She has a whole new podcast out. So yeah, and then she mentioned she has a movie role. I don't know what it is, but she was excited about a movie role. So she got a lot going on this year. So who knows? You might see her back maybe 2026 Royal Rumble, possibly. She's still young. She still got, a little bit left in the tank to give. And pretty much whatever role she's in. Would it be a wrestling role? Would it be a manager role? Who knows? So I always believe she'll be back.
I'd love to see her come back for Evolution, which is happening this summer. One time thing.
I mean,
doesn't have to be a big role. Just come in and make your presence known.
Never know, because she always says WWE is her house. So she might come home one day. Never know.
Exactly. It'd be nice. Let's see. Gail Kim, fired by TNA. She released her statement basically saying, hey, she'd love to see, she's thankful for time in TNA, but love to see more women in power decision-making positions in the wrestling world. And, she was one of those kind of people in the Knockouts division and TNA. So, I'm with what she's saying. We let's get more representation and keep it going.
I agree. I even said this in WWE as well. Like, they need to hire a writer or someone, a female, to help run the women's division. It doesn't have to be Stephanie. You can get someone else to come in and have like a producer or writer for the women's division, because that's a lot. It's been pretty much in all facets of wrestling, in AEW, WWE, NXT, wouldn't hurt. TNA, just have some more women in charge to help, lead the way for the women's wrestling. So maybe no offense to all the guys that's running it, but sometimes who understands, women wrestling better than, hear, stories written by, women. So there's a lot of women out there that have good ideas and good content. So I give them a chance. And I know there's a theme with TNA that all the originals that's in the producing roles and some kind of leadership roles have been leaving. Like Scott D'Amore was the first one to go, and now her. So it sucks, but maybe bring her to WWE as a producer or a writer for the women's division. I believe she'll do wonders in that position, even if it's either NXT or WWE. Just bring her in, try her out, and she's one of the pioneers of women's wrestling in TNA. So why not bring her on board and help with the women's division?
Yeah, well, good point. That's a good point there. Kevin Nash, speaking on his podcast about Mercedes Moné, she says that she's been phoning it in. A direct quote here from his podcast. So I watched the match, and she's phoned it in big time. That's not the same girl I watched tear down the house.
She phoned it in.
Well, that's what he said. He says it's not the same girl I watched tear down the house with Bayley in Brooklyn. He just talked about her ring work is not good. That's what he's saying, pretty much.
Yeah, we all been saying that. Remember, Dale, we said in the past that she hasn't put on a 5-star match since she's been in AEW. It's like it's different when you're hungry to break down the barriers to be the best, and it's different when you're actually at the top and no one's really pushing you to go further and to be the best. So, and Tony Khan just let her, do whatever. So it's not like they're not putting emphasis on bringing women's wrestling, to the forefront. It's just Toni Storm. As good as Toni Storm is, she can't do it all. She can't lead the division by herself. That's the whole purpose of Mercedes going over there, to help elevate the women's division. You could have had Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné both leading the charge in the women's division to state a claim that they have the best division, but it's not being booked, and she's just there. She got a big paycheck, and she's just she's just there collecting money at this point. So I kind of agree with Kevin.
Well, so I agree with what you're saying, she's not being put in a position to make a big impact though.
Exactly.
There is no dance partner. Like you mentioned, like Bailey and Sasha, like that was a big matchup because of who they were, I think. This lovable character and this hated, boss or whatever, but they worked well together. And I'm not seeing that right now in AEW. Every pretty much every matchup Mercedes has had just been like a kind of snooze fest, and it's because like I think they're trying to just say, just because the Mercedes in a match, I'm supposed to be interested in her wrestling somebody from Japan. I'm not. Somebody random person from Mexico. I'm not. I'm not interested. Sorry.
yeah. There's no story. There's no story. There's no build. It's just
story.
Oh, this person comes out of nowhere and challenges. Oh, okay, I got an opponent.
Yeah.
All right. With Sasha and Bailey, there was story. They're friends. There's, they know each other's work. They know each other's moves. So, and she goes over there. I mean, what is she doing over there? I mean, she had matches with I guess. Did she ever have a match with Anna Jay? Because the one with Britt Baker, I mean,
yeah.
To me, it felt flat than what I expected to be, and we haven't seen Britt either. So
that's another thing. Like that was an opportunity, in my opinion, and they fumbled that. And I don't know if the fact that Britt Baker's relationship with Adam Cole may have affected her status in the company, or this backstage thing that she had with MJF or whatever affected her status in the company. But after that, like she kind of just went down.
She's been one of the vocal ones on Twitter about AEW. So you know how that when you get vocal about the boss, you're not seen. So
there you go.
People can put two and two together on that one because she's been really, really vocal, and ain't no telling how she is backstage. Well, how they perceive her to be backstage, because remember they perceive CM Punk as this tyrant, crybaby demon, and it probably really wasn't always the case. So I can only imagine how they got Britt Baker looking right now. And she's the original. She was the first female signed to AEW, but, she's at home collecting the paycheck, and I'm not happy with that at all because, like you said, they missed a big opportunity. Mercedes Moné, Britt Baker, if they actually had time to, go over the matches, strategize, have a long-time story build, that match could have been, very, very stellar. And that rivalry could have been good.
Yep. Anthony, I think you got something there with the fanboy running the company. The other thing I think they kind of fumbled too was Willow. They had a built-in story with her, with the whole injury match and all this kind of stuff, but the timing, like they rushed it. They rushed it way too much. Mercedes had just obtained the title. We know she's not about to give up the title right away after you gave her all this money, and then you go put her right up against Willow. We knew what was going to happen, and then you just had a one and done kind of match, and that was really it. And you move Willow on somewhere else. Like it made no sense, bro. It really did.
Yeah, they could have dragged that out. They could have had a good story because the story was there. Mercedes got injured. Willow was in that match. They could have really, really built that up to either have Sasha babyface turn heel out of vengeance for Willow, or flip Willow and have her turn heel, have her crash out and be like, yeah, I hurt you, I'll do it. Build these two women up, these black women up, to really have a big time feud because fans are really invested in Willow. So that would have been. The last time I heard Mercedes get a big pop was literally her debut in Boston, and that was it.
Yep. She should have tied your Harding her knee or something.
Something. Get payback or something.
Yes. Make it last like another month. Like, okay, now she got to come back from a knee injury. I hurt you. You hurt me.
I mean, Britt Baker.
Things, Tony.
Yeah, and Britt Baker schooled her that one day when she was like, all I gotta do is this, and people know what's up. you got to put it in your music to have people say CEO. I was like, damn.
Yep.
So, yeah, man, that goes to show you the difference in creative between WWE and AEW, and Mercedes having all the power of what she does with herself. It ain't working. There's two good storylines they passed up on, and it all could have led to Mercedes, Toni Storm, champ versus champ. Who's gonna win? They missed a major opportunity. Yep. That's money right there.
I agree with you again here, Anthony. Maybe that's the issue, the fact that she's booking all matches.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Sorry. Oh man. Thoughts on this Toni Storm deal? I don't know if you watched. Did you watch Dynamite yesterday?
No, I got home late, and as soon as I got home, I was getting ready for the show.
Toni Storm tag teams with Thunder Rosa.
Ooh.
She calls the tag team Thunder Tits. Toni Storm is a treasure.
That's crazy considering they don't even have. You know what? But anyway, it was. I mean, what the fuck are they doing with Thunder Rosa as well? I mean, so are they setting up eventually between Toni and Megan Bayne? Because I did hear that promo she did last week about the strap on. I was like, wow. All right, Toni.
Yes, that was your main event actually on Dynamite. Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa.
Wait, that's not on a pay-per-view?
No, they were tag team against Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford or whatever. So.
Oh, how about to say typical Toni giving away the main events on network television.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they say that for Wrestle Dream.
Yeah. Oh man. Yes. So that kind of got me to thinking though, when Toni Storm's contract is up, do you want to see her stay there? Because this has been her best work. Or would you like to see her come on over?
I think she's going to stay. I think she's going to re-up because Toni knows that she's literally his bread and butter right now. Like she's really the talk of the town in AEW. So he'd be a fool to let her walk right back into Triple H and Shawn Michaels' hands.
Yeah.
Right now, considering that they're loading up on their women's division as we speak. So he'd be foolish. He'll sign her long term. I'm pretty sure eventually the news is gonna break out that she signed a 4-year or 5-year deal. But Vince dropped the ball with Toni Storm the first time around. Never say never, but at this point, I don't see her leaving. I mean, she's top draw.
Yeah, Anthony, that's a good point. She would not be able to get away with the promos she does in AEW on WWE. I don't think.
She's creative. She's creative and smart enough to get away with it, or find a loophole to not say some words. But I guess I get what people are saying. It probably just wouldn't sound the same. But Toni's is very, 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 very smart and creative with her work. So if they let her have more control over her character, she went back to WWE. I think she definitely would have made it work. I mean, Matt Hardy brought the broken gimmick to WWE. Unfortunately, it was under Vince, but he brought the broken gimmick to WWE. So it's she probably won't be called Timeless, but I'm pretty sure she'll have some kind of name, something similar.
Yeah. They'll figure that part out for sure.
Man. But she hasn't really said anything that's. I mean, yes, can't say tits, but that's pretty much the only thing she's really has said.
Yeah. Well, if people forget, if you look at the fan base that watches AEW or the former Attitude Era, WWE fans or ECW fans, that's why some of the people are doing the promos they are, and they're more risque. Yeah. I mean, look, Triple H is straight up from the Attitude Era. I mean, he'll push the envelope for sure.
The Attitude Era, they did what they had to do to survive.
Yeah,
ECW is pretty much, it was self-explanatory, extreme,
right.
And now it's like some of the stuff that they do in AEW, I don't mind it. It's the fact of some of it's not necessary, especially on network television.
Yeah.
Save for the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Definitely agree with that.
I see a photo that's probably broke Dale's heart. Shit.
Oh, look here, man. It's the news here.
All
right. Kamala signs a WWE Legends contract. I actually thought he was already signed. So apparently, when you get to the Hall of Fame, you don't automatically get into the Legends contract.
No.
Okay.
No, you just get a ring. You just get acknowledgement, your flowers, your roses, and congratulatories, and you're on your way.
All right, cool. So he signed that Legends contract. I'm guessing he's gonna probably just be at like the autograph signings and all this kind of stuff that you do every night.
Yeah, to keep making some income, because he was in rough shape for a while. So shout out to Diamond Dallas Page. I think he got him in that DDP yoga, so he's doing better than what he was before. So it's good that everything's working out for him, man. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. How would Kamala be booked in WWE today?
He wouldn't.
That character would not make it on TV today.
He wouldn't. That's how. He just wouldn't. So many sensitive people nowadays, they're gonna be like attacking WWE for racism. So
maybe they're using more than soft ground.
Yeah.
Soft ground.
Some characters were made for certain eras where people didn't really care, and now there's social media and uproar. And WWE really, really does pay attention to the internet and the fans, so they will make adjustments if need be, so that character would not see the light of day.
Yep. Samantha Irvin and Ricochet get married. Ricochet actually did a little promo in his tux or whatever.
Oh Jesus! Did he? He didn't go at his wedding, did he?
Yeah. You know he did that during the promo.
Oh no! Come on, dog. Even though your wedding night, man. I do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I still think he's missing an opportunity by marrying her and being a heel. Like, you're marrying her. Like, we're jealous. We're upset with the fact you took away from WWE. Like, all the stuff you can take credit for it as a heel, and we will hate you more for it. Like you're missing this opportunity, Ricochet.
I'm doing the stupid laugh. I can get used to his promos.
Yeah. So the racist part was like the character is based on just like what a crazy person from Africa or whatever, right? Like that's the character. Like like pretty much back in the day,
he wasn't talking or anything. He wasn't talking or anything. He just like that. It's like
not intelligent.
I'm telling you, me personally, I wouldn't care, but I'm telling you, Anthony, a lot of people will be in uproar from the black community. They're gonna be calling for Triple H's job for this. I mean, if he actually was well spoken, like Obafemi or something, then it could fly. But if it's literally just like that with a white trainer manager by his side, nah, fam.
Now the Papa Shango thing, that's not even related. Like Papa Shango was like
Yeah, Papa
voodoo.
Papa Shango was like voodoo and stuff. That's like
Yeah.
based out of New Orleans and all
Yeah,
that
that's
other
different.
stuff. That's
That's
real
not, that has
different.
nothing to do with that. With race.
No, at all.
Yeah. So that was all voodoo there. So no, nobody's getting offended with that one. I mean, maybe
Nah,
maybe
that
Christian.
dude creeped me out when I was a kid.
Because voodoo is magic or
Voodoo's
whatever.
real
Black
stuff.
magic is evil.
Yeah,
So yeah.
that's not racism.
Yeah.
That's almost damn near facts.
Right. And bearing the lead here, Mina Shirakawa is going to be leaving Stardom and going to be signing with AEW. Looks like it's going to be toward the end of April. She's going to start back with AEW. So
I thought she was already signed to AEW.
well, she might already be signed, but that's when she's going to start working for AEW because she got to finish out her Stardom stuff.
Could have fooled me. Where they gonna put her? In a meaningless feud with Mariah May? There's no title now. So what are they gonna do with it? Because she's still injured, right? She's still coming off injury off the injury list, right?
I believe
or
so.
She came back already.
And Mariah's contract, this is the last year of a deal, apparently. So they've got to figure that out, how they're gonna renew her, if they're gonna renew her, and try to keep those three together, which I love, keep them together.
That's funny.
The Nation of Domination. Yeah, I don't think that works right now. In the political climate.
Yeah, because Nation Domination was like political mixed in with race. So WWE has really kind of stayed away from doing politics or as storyline angles. So they're very clear that
the closest thing they did lately was that was Retribution, where they kind of made it look like what was the group? It wasn't ISIS. Around 2020, when crap was going nuts. I can't think of the name of the group.
Me neither.
Anyway, it was supposed to be like a local terror group or whatever. Yeah. So that was the closest thing they did, I think. And
luckily that got scrapped because it was trash anyway. So yeah, because the last time they had some political was Muhammad Hassan, and the poor guy had to unfortunately lost his job because the shit they were doing was pretty much during the time where there was like a war going on in Iran and over there in the Middle East. So it was bad timing, a bad look. So they literally had to get rid of Muhammad Hassan. His last match was against Undertaker at that pay-per-view. And the crazy part is Muhammad Hassan is Italian. He's not even Muslim.
Okay.
Yeah. I saw that in an interview. He's like, I'm not even Muslim. I'm Italian. I was like, damn. I was like, Vince was a wild dude, man. He look at you like, you Muslim. I'm Italian. Nah, you Muslim.
Yokozuna is Japanese. He is damn sure not Japanese.
Make me money. That's all he cared about. So yeah, man, Triple H and these guys and TKO and Dwayne, they're staying away from those type of storylines. Because the Nation, it was definitely politics because it was talking about white people and white savior this and yada yada. So Teddy Long was another one that probably wouldn't make it in this era either because remember he was calling people crackers.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't make it either. So the Ruthless Aggression era was the last time that everything made sense, and even then it was starting to hit the scales of like, yeah, you can't do that no more.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and that was the last time. That was the last era when Vince did drop the N-word, right, in the do-rag or whatever.
Yeah. Oh man, and to say what he said too, oh yeah, WWE would have been in big trouble.
Well, that I think during that part of time, that was the debate between GGA and ER, right? Like that was a debate at that time, and so
Oh yeah, he said GGA, but it was like, damn, when he
yeah.
still, it was like Durag Vince was a menace, man. Durag Vince was a straight up menace. He said, "What up, G's?"
I mean, about your New Day thing, Anthony. I mean, look, that's Big E's. I guess like his upbringing of speaking in that way. He was talking about the over energetic black pastor as a stereotype, and I didn't see that as a stereotype. It's just this was his way of getting over on the mic.
Yeah, he's genuinely a loud and funny dude.
Right.
So, and when New Day first started out, they kind of had that church type of gimmick, and it worked for him because black preachers get loud, So, New Day is fine. They never pushed any envelopes or had any stereotypes. They were Xavier is a comic nerd, video nerd, and Kofi got into that stuff. So they just pretty much what they are in actual real life. That's what the New Day is.
Yep. Exactly. Let's talk about Naomi, bro. She got her lick back. She showed up and attacked Jade Cargill on SmackDown. Look, I love the gear from Naomi, that caution tape. Naomi been fine for so long, bro. How you fine that long?
Hey man, listen, you eat right, you stay off of drugs, and have a positive life and have a happy energy, and yeah.
Yep. What do you think about the feud though? You think this can last until Mania and be a feud that you care about? Seeing one-on-one.
Oh yeah, I'm very invested in this feud because at first I'm like, okay, is Naomi step one? Is she just the stepping stone to the actual person? But the way they're looking at her, they're pretty much telling us, nah, Naomi is her. She did it. She did it by herself. They're booking her. They're trying to set her up to be one of the top heels on SmackDown, which I am all for. Because I said it multiple times on multiple episodes on multiple shows. If Naomi is the one that did all this by herself, she needs to be women's champion. Like, sometime this year, she needs to go because to put in that type of work that she really, really enjoys, and it shows because she's really getting into it. I'm happy for her. So for her to have this nice heel run that she's going on right now, she's not looking weak. She's not always running away. She actually showed up and Jade Cargill her match, which I didn't think Jay was losing on her comeback match. That actually shocked me. I was like, what are you guys doing? But Naomi came in and just started whooping her ass. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to shut up and just see what happens here.
Yeah, I like the way it happened. Anthony, yeah, Bianca wasn't involved. Like, this is all Naomi.
Yeah, the more I see it, the more I'm like, I kind of brought this idea up a few times. Like, what if, Bianca is actually innocent? And it really was, really was Naomi on her Rikishi moment, doing it for the family, but the family didn't ask for it. But I do have a theory that the more Jay and Bianca keep going back and forth on Twitter, eventually Bianca's going to crash out. And if Bianca crashes out, she's going to turn heel. And she's going to wind up having a match with Jade Cargill anyway. So it's like, we're still going to get Jade and Bianca, but it's not going to be because Bianca did it. It's just going to be, she's going to crash out one day, getting tired of being blamed for stuff she didn't do. And it's going to be like, I didn't do it, but now I wish I did type of scenario. And then, you can set those two up at SummerSlam. But right now, I don't even know who's going to win. Maybe Naomi might win. Possible.
You know that kind of got me thinking now.
Yeah.
All right, so let's play that. Bianca's going to end up turning heel.
It's long overdue.
But originally, when we talked about this happening, we talked about her going in and elevating the Street Profits, who looked like they were turning heel at this point. Now SmackDown just happened. Now we got the crowd doing this stuff now. You deserve it and all this kind of stuff. Are the Profits going to be good, bad? What are we doing?
They got that edge. You know, if you notice, all the black talent is starting to spaz out a little bit. They got that edge now. It's no longer just, you know, shucking and jiving, you know, telling jokes and always happy faces. Now they're coming in there with like some attitude. You know, you got Kalani Jordan. She got a little more attitude, a little bit more pep in her step. Trick Williams has more pep in her step. Bianca's getting there. Naomi's the only actual heel in all this. The Profits stepped up their game, and now they are dressed in black. None of those, you know, different colors. They're just dressed in black. So they changed their mentality a little bit. So,
and thoughts about their new music.
CFO got to go. Not CFO. Def Rebel they got to go. Whenever their contract is up, don't renew it.
I kind of digging this one. This little mix they got going on now. Like I'm kind of digging this one.
Yeah.
All right. Anthony says he's got a theory. He thinks you're gonna see a segment before WrestleMania with Ray Santos and Dominic basically bringing the LWO and Judgment Day together.
Legado del Fantasma.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't see that. I don't know why they would do that in the first place, but
yeah, I don't see that happening.
I
mean,
they haven't crossed that bridge on. They haven't crossed that bridge on having Dom and Ray men fences, so to speak. So they ain't even got that. So for that to happen just out of nowhere, that sounds like a Tony Khan thing. That would do that, but nah, WWE is very big on long-term storytelling. So if anything, that ain't gonna happen like that so close to WrestleMania. So maybe in the new season, who knows?
Yeah. All right. We had Braun Strowman defeat Jacob Fatu by disqualification, but now we've got problems between Solo and Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I was wondering when it was going to happen, and Jacob pretty much just told Solo, you know, watch yourself. Like pretty much, you know, mind your business because you affected my business.
Yeah.
So
who gets custody of Tama Tonga?
Solo. I still think it's going to be Solo that because you know Solo brought Tama Tonga into the fold, into the bloodline, his bloodline. So I think their allegiance is there. Jacob said he's off the leash now, so that man's gonna be a man on a mission, and him going by himself is just as dangerous as him running around with the bloodline as a whole. So I think somehow between now and the next couple of weeks, maybe by the time they come back from their tour, someone's gonna spaz out on somebody.
Okay.
So yeah. Hey Bella.
And of course, we are pulling people apart. Can't keep them apart though. You know. So, all right. And we're doing more pull aparts. More pull apart here.
Who's going to pull apart those titles from Stephanie? I volunteer.
The double champ. Stephanie Bakir makes her 2 successful title defenses in one night. I thought I'm going for Jada, of course. I knew she wasn't gonna win, but but I loved the match. And then they gave Jada Parker some beef with Grace here, the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of weirded out by her shoes. And I get it, you short.
Oh, the moon boot 12.
It's like 2 inches she got on them things. You can barely walk in them things.
Yeah, she wearing the moon boot 12, man. I'm like, come on, Jordan. Like, bro, you couldn't wear your normal trucks like you used to wear in TNA, and then you gonna come in here with the moon boot. I get you trying to look cute now, but come on now, you gonna break an ankle.
She looks slimmer now too. She lost a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
This is similar to how Dana Brooke was. Like Dana Brooke was like huge on NXT, and she came as like the main roster, and then all of a sudden just like she lost all her muscle tone, you know. So let's see. Rikishi does a promo saying Paul basically manipulated his way into Roman's head and brainwashed him with all the nonsense. Let's see. Oh, I missed something else. I believe Paul is going to turn on Roman and go back with Punk, and they're going to bring in Rikishi to be the new wise man for the bloodline. Okay, so that's that. I like this idea. Now, when I brought up this idea, sort of the idea, it was Rikishi supposed to be the wise man for the new bloodline. So I do like where you're thinking here, Anthony. What are the chances we see Rikishi come back?
As of now, I think that ship sailed.
Okay.
For now, because the story, with Roman's bloodline versus this bloodline, you have Paul Heyman on one side, you have Rikishi on the other, because Solo, was leading the group, but Rikishi could have came in, still did it for The Rock, but this time The Rock sent him there, so to speak. Right now, there's really no need for Rikishi, because right now the only bloodline story is Jacob and Solo.
Right.
Unless they bring more people involved, but I mean, they already had the bloodline civil war, so I think they missed that boat. If they wanted to add Rikishi, it would have been the civil war angle of the bloodline, like the old versus the younger, newer, upcoming. But they didn't do it, so right now I'm not guessing any more bloodline business because I'm always wrong. But right now I just don't see Rikishi anywhere near WWE unless Jey Uso wins. He's at ringside, and him, Jimmy, and Jay are all hugging in the ring with the World Championship. That's probably the only time I would see Big Keish. But other than that, I don't really see him any other capacity at the moment, at least.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Maybe if Naomi ends up needing it, he could manage her and help get her over as a heel if she needs it. I mean, so far she's doing okay. So we'll see. Give it more time. Because I think this is like her second run as a heel, right? She had the Team Bad run, and now this one.
Yeah.
So,
but
that's all I can remember heel work from her. So, yeah.
keep Bianca out of Naomi's storyline and have to. Oh yeah, she's nowhere. She's not going nowhere near. Unless Jay screws Bianca at WrestleMania after she destroys Naomi. That's the only way I see this coming intertwined. But right now, Bianca is still listed as a SmackDown star anyway, so eventually she got to go back home. So she won the Elimination Chamber, so she's going after the Women's World Championship at the moment, but she's not a Raw star. So when it's over, yeah, she'll be back. She'll be back on SmackDown, and then from there, that's where we're going to just build up and see what happens next. So yeah, I agree. She's going to be preoccupied at the moment right now. So whatever happens is going to happen in the new season of WWE.
Your thoughts on this pull apart from we got Obafemi, we got Javon Evans out there. They're getting into a big power bomb on the apron there to Javon Evans, and then you've got the New Shield guys or whatever, Dark Side or whatever the heck their name is. They're stalking in the audience, but Trick Williams comes through. They all get into it. We got the big pull apart between these three. I'm guessing this is what we got to send to deliver for the main event.
Another triple threat, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is triple threat heavy in Vegas next month.
Yes. Yes.
But I kind of like because I've had this argument with people, the difference between being a double champ and winning a unification match. Mandy Rose won a unification match because NXT UK went out of business. Yeah. So they're pretty much combining all the championships into one. They did it with the men's too. Not once did they acknowledge Mandy Rose as a double champion. She was known as the undisputed NXT Women's Champion because it's all under the NXT banner. Just one was UK, one was USA. So they combined it into one championship because when she came out, the next episode of NXT, she had one championship. So Stephanie Baker, she's a double champ from two divisions, the North American division and the women's heavyweight division. So she's literally, if you want to look at it this way, look at it in boxing or UFC, she's two champs in two divisions, two weight classes. Yeah. If you want to look at it that way.
Two different matches. I mean, defending both titles. So yeah. I thought it was weird though that they defended the NXT title first and then the North American Championship last. But that was weird.
Yeah. But I guess with the whole Jordan Grace and Janet Parker angle, I see why they saved it for the main event.
Mm-hmm.
And and to go back to the double champ, Seth Rollins, he was the United States champ and the champion, double champion. Randy Orton beat John Cena to unify the WWE and World Heavyweight Championship to make the undisputed. So they still had the belts, but they was acknowledged as one champion. So double champ is two champs. So like I've been arguing that for the past 48 hours. It's like there's a difference. Mandy Rose had two belts on her, but she was not a double champion. She unified a title. So as much as she wants to feel that they're erasing her history, they're not. She didn't make that history. That's Stephanie. She's two different belts, two different matches, two different title defenses. Big ass difference.
I don't know if Kevin Owens was NXT champion and United States champion at the same time. I know he challenged for the United States championship.
He challenged John Cena, but he lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but again, they were talking about defending two titles in one night, and that's why they had the history making thing going on. So yeah. All right. So let's talk about Cena. How we liking the Cena heel run so far?
I dig it. Jacob Toretto is just scorching the fans, the European fans. Can't wait to when he does it in front of actual fans, because he's not going to be back until I think WrestleMania or somewhere close to it. This past Monday was supposedly his last scheduled appearance prior to Vegas. So who knows? They might make changes. You know, Dwayne's always making changes and stuff, but I like it. He's not saying much, but I'm telling you, like, that ether is coming for Cody, because he's let Cody get off 2 weeks in a row on his little, version of a mic drop, pipe bomb, whatever you want to call it. And it's like, I'm just looking at them like at any moment, this man can kill Cody Rhodes on that microphone, and he has elected not to do so. So I'm looking forward. I'm digging it. We'll see where it goes. If he does win 17, if he is gonna, take wrestling away from the world by winning the championship, he's not gonna retire with it right now. But with him going on this heel run, he has to win 17 eventually. So I have a feeling it's gonna be Mania.
Chris, Cena already talked about this. He doesn't care that you want him to change his look.
Nope. He's like, why I gotta change my look? You dress like me. You dress like me. Why I gotta change my look? You looking like me. Don't believe me? Ask that kid. Which apparently the kid fired back on him online. I haven't catch that video, but he posted a response. But he's like, he's not changing his music because that's his voice. That's his track. So why I gotta change anything? So you'll get the same hat, the same jorts, the same knee pads, the same towel. He ain't changing a damn thing.
What he said. What he said. Nah.
You might get a fresh fade or something for Vegas, but other than that, he ain't changing nothing.
That's it. All right. And we saw the debut of a new luchador on Raw. Thoughts about El Grande Americano's debut?
Hey, remember how earlier we just said some of these storylines wouldn't last or they wouldn't fly? I forgot about this one. This one flew under the radar, but they did it so well done that it's barely enough to offend anybody, because there's a lot of white wrestlers out there who have some type of name like that. So
he hails from the Gulf of America. There is plenty to be offended about.
That had me dying, because I remember Trump's speech when he said he's going to change it to Gulf of America. And for WWE to capitalize on that and actually said it, I was like, wow. I knew some people that didn't like that, but it wasn't enough to, start an uproar or anything. But that shit was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Bravo.
That was hilarious.
It was great, bro. So, all right, my only complaint here is, okay, he's supposed to went to Mexico to find the guy to teach him how to get rid of the luchadors, right? Mm-hmm. So, yes, this is true. Lucha Hogan. But all right, so we gotta just drop it as part of the storyline. He went to Mexico looking for this guy. Like, there's no guy.
No, remember he was talking to a guy. He gave him a bag or something. He looked in and he's like, "Oh,
that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
you're right. I forgot about that. I bet.
Ran into him in the alley or something.
Yes.
Yes. So, I was like, when I saw it the first time, like, they gotta do the mask.
Yeah. Right.
And sure enough, they gave that man a mask.
My bad. Yep, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I love it though. Like let's keep this going. How long it's gonna keep going? I don't know. Let's keep it going.
To Mania. To Mania. He's gonna keep going to Mania. He's gonna get unmasked, and it's gonna be Chad Gable. This is why I said so many times Chad Gable should have been in that storyline of being Kurt Angle's son, because everything he's doing
Yes.
screams Kurt Angle.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally a rebirth of Kurt Angle in Chad Gable. And it's like, why they want to take the different strokes route and, you know, have a black kid in a white family photo.
It was right there.
Everyone's going to love that. Like, everyone's going to fall in love with that shit. No, everyone shitted on that the day it happened. And it's like, they had the wrong one. They literally had the wrong guy. And over time, he was proven right. They had the wrong guy.
You picked the wrong tag partner.
Now he's an agent now. He's a producer and all that stuff. So he's pretty much retired.
Exactly. You
know,
it's crazy, man.
I don't know what the fuck was going on in Vince's mind. Now it's like,
Vince does some wild stuff.
They want to push Jordan. They want to really push Jordan, but the dude didn't have charisma. He's that dude from the Jamie Foxx show, the light skinned one.
Yes.
The preppy guy.
Braxton.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Where do you think we're going with Braun Breaker for WrestleMania?
Fatal 4-way.
I thought this was interesting. The whole tease with Finn Balor, like he's about to hit Dom with the chair, and then they go in, they handle business versus Braun. Penta officially not joining the Judgment Day.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. That was. Yeah. I think it's going to be a fatal 4-way. I think it's going to be Penta, Braun, Finn Balor, and somehow Dominic's going to get added to that match, which is going to piss Finn off again. And that's where somehow I think if I'm booking this, I have maybe Finn eat a spear and a Mexican destroyer, and somehow have Dominic come out of nowhere and take the pin on Finn and win the Intercontinental Championship.
I like this.
And then, you know, kick Finn out, because you got Liv and Raquel. They got championships. You throw in Dominic Mysterio with his championship, and it's like, we don't need to listen to Finn. We don't need to listen to Finn. We winning over here.
Yes, I like this. And
then that's when you bring in, a new member. That's when you bring in the new member, kick Finn out. That's the new season of WWE.
Yes. Book it.
I'm hoping it's Aleister Black. I really do.
Okay. Joining
the carrying, but I'm hoping it's Aleister. Have Aleister show up at Monday Night Raw after Mania and kick Finn out. Or they just destroy Judgment Day and have Liv, Dom, Raquel just, you know, beat up on Finn and probably beat up on Carlito and just, you know, have everyone go their own way. But if Judgment Day is going to stick around, I think they're going to add a new member, and I think it's going to be one of those two, either Karrion or Aleister.
Okay.
But does it really fit that type of Judgment Day? Who knows? Could be anybody at this point.
This would be a totally different Judgment Day, dude.
Yeah, so it could be anybody, but I just have Dominic pin Finn, and then Finn comes out on Raw, and they just kick Finn out. Because they're not kicking Dominic out, because it's too early for a face turn.
Yeah.
Who's Linda Hogan?
Yeah, I don't know about this. I'm not sure. Not sure about that. Yeah, Karrion did lose his faction. They got fired.
Yeah, which was stupid.
Yep. So, all right, man. Anything else from this week I didn't bring up that you wanted to mention?
Oh yeah, I did a shout out yesterday. Shout out to Chris Bay. There's a video at the Bay of Fit where he actually walked to the ring. So that was a great moment. Happy for him that he's actually has a chance to get his movements together. So it was sad to see how he looks now, but the fact that he's alive and mobile, that's good enough for me. So always big prayers up for Chris Bay for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw Swerve Strickland said he would be love to be his first return match back to the ring. So yeah, we'll see if that happens. Of course, we're rooting for Chris Bay to return back to the ring. So yep.
Yeah. Yep. That'd be good.
Oh, Hogan's ex-wife talking about her failing relationship with her daughter. Oh, no, I didn't hear about that. You hear anything about that?
I didn't hear about it either, but it's the Hogans, so who cares?
I used to watch Brooke Hogan. Do you watch Brooke Hogan back in the day?
Oh no, she was a bad chick, but anything Hogan is like meh. And why would I care about someone's ex-wife in the first place, let alone the guy himself? So
yeah.
So who cares?
Oh shoot, dude, Linda Hogan looks terrible.
Hey man, see, told you, no one cares.
Damn. Bro, I had no idea though she was looking like this. She looked a lot better on the show. Look at this mess.
You know how long ago that was?
Well, yeah, I know. My God, she looks terrible now. That is terrible, man. Yeah, she aged like milk.
Oh, damn. Yikes.
She ran out of money crying. Well, look, she got with the son's best friend video. Or whatever.
I wish I had my Jimmy Uso slap video.
Yeah, I don't feel sorry for her at all. Like she left for the son's best friend or whatever. Like, yo, this is what happens.
Hey man.
Yeah,
get it
for real.
Fan,
You put out that energy, it comes back to you. That's right.
Fact.
Okay.
What's up, Faith?
Yeah, thank you for definitely bringing that up to me because I had no idea. My goodness, Linda Hogan looks terrible.
I think I don't know, Faith. I think the Lord is like, like, yeah. I did bless her, and she took it for granted. So here we are. I took it away.
Exactly.
Yeah, we didn't cover the, how do you feel about Jey Uso, this story with him and Gunther? Now he's pretending to slip up, and pretty much Jimmy giving the biggest slap of the world.
Like, so the one this week I believe was on purpose, and the slip from the week before that was that really happened.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good addition to add to the story. Doubt himself and all this kind of stuff. Gunther being the bully. Now he's about to go up against Jimmy, the big brother. He's gonna run through him.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good. But now you're really putting Jimmy in a support role. To support his brother, which is fine because he's not gonna make it to Mania to actually have a singles match.
No, it's they're on this tour right now, so they obviously traveling together. So so the Usos, they back together for now. pretty much Jimmy, like you said, he's the coach. He's gonna have Jay ready for Mania, and then after that, Jimmy's going right back to SmackDown and handling his own business on his own solo run. So this is pretty much, while I'm here, I'm gonna get you right. So you need to be right. So when they get back to the States, by that time, Jey Uso should have all the confidence in the world on those last couple of weeks leading into Mania. So I think they're coming back from their tour next month anyway. So,
well, no, this next week is the last week for the European tour, right?
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. Now I'm kind of bringing it back. I think Jimmy Uso.
You cut out. What did you say?
Yeah, a potential Naomi heel failure. They could use Jimmy Uso to help her with that if need be. Because him with that his mean mugging or whatever, back at Uso Penitentiary, they could bring that right back and help her get.
That's what he said. That's what he told them. He's like, I need that right hand man back. I need main event Jay. And like to what Faith is saying, Jimmy's going to get his ass kicked, and that's going to fire up Jey Uso to the simplified. We're gonna see 2020, 2021 Jey Uso, the man that had no fear, and he said, "I'm gonna get him." When we start hearing Jay say, "I'm gonna get him," it's over. It's over.
Yeah. You're right. You're right about that. You're right about that, man. So
that dude was a menace. He took a lot of L's during that time, but he was a menace.
Yeah, for sure. He was almost Butch like.
Yeah. I mean, what if he gets that one last final pep talk from the OTC?
Okay. I like that.
I don't know how they're gonna do that, but it's bloodline, so technically they don't really need a reason. But what if they just come across each other at Mania, at backstage at Mania or something, and he just runs right into Roman, and Roman just, either give him that look like, this is your time. This is why we're here. 5 years of this. This is why I built you up. Get him. And he's like, I'm gonna get him. And then there you go.
Yep. I like that. And then it's definitely a different way of using Roman, because everything has always been about Roman when it comes to dealing with the family. From the jump, when the Usos started helping Roman from the beginning, it was about helping Roman, So yeah, it would be nice to see him kind of pay something forward here.
Evening, Lena.
Every fall turns the page. The comeback writes the epic. Sometimes a brother's wisdom is the spark that reignites the fire. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Keep the yeet, put it away for now. We need Oos, who beats the brakes off of Daniel Bryan.
Yep. We need that guy.
Okay.
We need the right hand man. I'm gonna get him.
I'm with
you know what I'm saying? No smiling, just all like Jacob, all gas, no brakes. But I think we're probably gonna get that towards like literally the final probably the final week or final episode, that go home show or something. And everyone's like, oh shit, Jay's here. So we're gonna get it. Okay. We're gonna drag it out, but we're gonna get it.
That's it. All right. Anything else I didn't bring up here?
Did we talk about the spikes that Moxley got in his back from that match with it wasn't necessary.
I don't know if we really talked about it much last week, but yeah, so the spikes in the back of Jon Moxley last week, on Dynamite, you thought that was definitely too much for Dynamite. But like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
And it's like, I seen the video. I didn't see the match, but I saw the clip. And Yuta literally pulling that stuff out, pulling the entire bat out of his back.
Yeah,
and it's like, I'm expecting his back to just be gushing out blood or something, because it's like, what are we? This is not made for, TV. This is like Warner Brothers Discovery. Like, why are we showing this? Keep that on a pay-per-view at least if you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're doing too much, and it's not necessary. There's a reason why events like GCW or these other, indie shows that do this stuff, it's not on network television.
Yeah.
And that's not even fake. That is real nails.
That's real.
Spikes in that man's back.
Absolutely. I guarantee you got 2 tennis
I mean, you
shots.
had Darby Allin crashing through real glass from a ladder. You had Jack Perry go through an actual car windshield. It's like, you trying to kill these people.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, Jon Moxley calls his own shots. He's got free reign.
Exactly. Tony Khan doesn't know when to just say, "Nah, we're not doing that." You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we're not doing that. Not today. No, save that for,
Looking like a porcupine in them streets. That's right.
Seriously. It's like, one of these days, they're not satisfied if someone's going to puncture something, they're going to bleed out on television. Like, then they'll get the message.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Greg?
Oh, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's Moxley, though.
Stupid.
Like, this, he calls his own shots here, man. So, they got Dynasty coming up sometime early next month. So, we're going to be talking more about AEW, I'm pretty sure. We'll run down that card. So, all right, man. Well, that's all I got for this week. Trell, look, appreciate you coming on as always. What you guys got coming up next week on
we got
New Wrestling?
We're continuing the road to WrestleMania. So next week we're gonna have Dora on the show, and of course from the Humble Rules podcast, Vanessa. She's gonna be on the show, my special counsel. So when those two get together, there's always gonna be some chaos and some jokes flying on that day. So stay tuned. 7:15 Pacific next Wednesday, episode 26. Road to WrestleMania is here because it's going to be April, and this is literally our last 2 episodes left before we go to Vegas.
Here we go. Yeah, Dynasty is the name of the pay-per-view for AEW, the next one.
Yeah, they got to do pay-per-view called AEW Dynasty. I think it's like their second year.
Yeah, second year doing it.
Yeah.
Yep. So I did hear that their pay-per-view is going to be on Amazon Prime now, but I don't believe it's like I don't believe it's like just a subscription. Like, you got to have Prime and buy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
that's what?
Yeah. It's the same thing with when they had it on Max. You get Dynamite free, but you still got to buy the pay-per-view. It's literally the same thing. I'm good.
I'll be looking for my nearest pirate ship. R. That's
And
how
they don't have a dynasty. They don't have a dynasty fake. That is correct.
Yeah.
Wait, did Lena just drop a bar? That's crazy. Shout to Lena. She dropped a huge bar right there. They didn't think no one would pick that up. Slap Jimmy Uso slap Gunther like a mosquito on the tank. Fun to watch, but no dent in the rank. Shout out to Lena, man. That's a good one. That's the first time she switched it up and had a bar on that one. I like that one. That was cold.
Absolutely.
Lena for president.
All right. Well, we're gonna be get back with you guys next week, talking more more wrestling. Appreciate all you guys in the comments and all the love you guys show us. So see y'all again next week. Kenny Omega, take us.
I'll speak to you too. Goodbye. Mwah. Good night. Bang! Yes!
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.